Today is the lab to guide you through the integration of the CFS and TKE. We're going to add the CFS as a persistent volume and get it mounted onto the TKE Tencent Kubernetes Engines workload. We're going to create TKE, create CFS, create persistent volume claim, and then add that to the deployment. We're going to create the files on the CFS, and we're going to mount it again to a different CVM and check whether the file exists, which means that the CFS will be shared among the TKE workload and the CVM workload. We're going to see whether the mounting is successful and also the sharing is successful as well. So first of all, we're going to create a CFS. So what we're going to do now is to find out the correct region, correct availability zone, to make sure that your region availability zones matching with the TKE workload and the CVM workload that I'm going to use for testing later. Over here, I can put as CFS student 1 and the VPC that you previously created. We're going to reuse it again. Over here, we're going to select the standard storage class, which is the cheapest because it's just for lab purpose, and we're going to create. Before that, I'm going to add the security group. You can just select one that allow all, and we're going to create. In the meanwhile, they're going to TKE and we're going to create a TKE cluster because it's gonna take some time. Go to Bangkok region and TKE student 1, and I'm going to pick the relatively smaller size. Basic will also suffice, and I'm going to leave the rest as default. Going to the next step. The next step is the network. Make sure that the VPC you select matches the one that you created earlier for CFS, and also you select the VPC CNI so that it can get one IP from the VPC subnet. You're going to add the container subnet. Right under workload, you're going to create container, so you're going to add the container subnet over here. Service, you can just leave it as default because we're not going to use service as of now. Okay, now we're going to the third step. Most importantly, we're going to add the CFS. We're going to take it, and we're going to ignore all those add-ons here because we're not going to use that. Probably we're going to disable the monitoring. We're going to disable them because we're not going to use it. Double check, click next, accept, done. So we'll be taking a long while for creation. Okay, now it's already created. Enter the cluster, and you will be able to see the details of them, right? Since now we haven't created the node pool, right? So what I'm gonna do is to create a node pool. For the simplicity, this is general node pool that you need to select CVM, and this is super node pool. It's a serverless, so we are going to use this one for the easier configuration. I'm going to add the name like a node pool student 1. I'm going to make sure that I'm at the right availability zones, and I'm going to add the subnet assignment. So the rest is security group. Make sure that you select one that allow all, and the resource type, so you select pay as you go because it's serverless. And then I'm going to create the super node. Meanwhile, since it's going to take some time, I'm going to the storage and to create the persistent volume and persistent volume claim. I'm not going to configure the storage class now. Over here, I'm going to add the name PV student 1. I'm going to select the CFS. I'm going to unspecify the storage class here. I'm going to find out where my CFS is. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to leave it as blank because it will default to / create persist volume. I'm going to claim it by adding the PVC. So PVC student 1, once it's added to the default namespace, then we're going to add the PV to the PVC. Similarly, do not specify. Okay, I think the workload or the node should be ready by now. Let me just take a look. Okay, it's already done. Now what I'm gonna do is to create the workload. So after the deployment is done, you will be able to see the ports. First of all, I'm going to create the deployment here. So deployment student 1, and the namespace still default. And over here, we're going to add volume. I'm going to, from the drop down list, and to select existing PVC, and we're going to select the PVC student 1 that I created earlier. So here it's just a random identifiers for the particular volume. So click OK, and here is the image that I'm going to create for the container. So we're going to add a container like student 1 image. I'm going to select whichever that is available. So I'm not going to get it from Guangzhou region. I'm going to get it from, let's see, there is one, but don't use that. So now I'm going to this Tencent container registry personal edition. So we're going here, try to find out the image that is available. I'm going here, which is public image, and here I'm going to find one that has the Nginx support. So after you key in Nginx and hit the enter button, that you will see a list of them. So you try to find this one, which is called TDC images /Nginx. That is shared by other colleagues. I'm going to select it and confirm. And the image tag, so you have to click this and see. So there's only one, so I'm going to select 1.22.4. environment variables, since I'm not going to test deeply, I'm going to delete them all. I'm not going to use any of the environment variable. And then I'm going to specify where I shall mount this volume to. So over here under mount point, I'm going to add the mount point, select the one that I created, and I'm going to put it as student 1. So this is the mount point, and I'm going down. I'm going to disable the service, right? Because I'm not going to test anything from the outside. Let's just do a review of the configuration. So you go volume, right? You have to add the PVC, and the PVC is linked back to the PV you created earlier, persistent volume. And over here, you select the Nginx image from here. So you switch from here to here, then from here to here, and then you select Bangkok. You key in Nginx, hit enter. That you see, hey, this one looks usable, and you select it. Make sure the image tag is selected. Delete those unnecessary variables. Add the mount point, link back to here. The volume name, the mount point. Over here you can specify student, you can specify MNT, you can specify whatever, or a root even. I'm going back to student 1. This will be automatically created, and I'm going to disable this because I'm not going to test. So I'm not going to create the deployment, and you will see the events over here. Okay, not yet. Okay, still starting. Okay, starting, sync endpoints, image cache, namespace, deployment details, succeed set port IP, image is also successfully being pulled. I think it should be done here. Let me go back. So it's already here. Now I'm going to log in and double check if the CFS has been mounted. Okay, F, H, there you see it's already being mounted. And what I'm gonna do now is to create a file, and I'm going to create a file under it. So I'm going, so just now I'm using this, right? Okay, so I'm going here, right? So you see there's nothing under student 1, and I'm going to the folder. So now here I'm under CFS. I'm going to echo this message to this folder. So a file, right? We just called it a file, right? And now I'm going to cat it. They see there's a, oh, okay, remove. It's disconnected. Okay. So it's already been created. This file is under the CFS that I just created. So how am I going to test the shareability of the CFS, right? Because the CFS can be mounted to TKE, Tencent Kubernetes Engines, right? And also it can be mounted at the same time with others like CVM 1, CVM 2, right? And others. So how I'm going to test it? I'm going back to CFS, and let me see if there's any CVM available for mounting. If not, I'm going to create one. You see that there's no Bangkok CVM yet. I'm going to create one. I'm going to create the CVM really fast. Pay as you go, going Bangkok. Availability zone, I'm going to select the default one. I'm going, next step is to security group, just to double check everything is correct. If you're having many VPCs over here with other students, you need to double check. Over here, I'm going to select one that is allow all, and I'm going to confirm. Over here, I'm going to do a password setting. So the CVM will be created shortly. After the CVM is created, I'm going to here the CFS. I'm going to mount it, but before that I'm going to wait for it to explain out. Okay, it's already up. The VPCs, IP address are all correct. And I'm going back to the CFS and I'm going to mount it. Auto installation is not supported. No worries. What I'm gonna do now is to install the NFS client. Okay, done. So I'm going to test it again. So it's installed, right? It shows that the mounting point of like status of auto mounting apparent restart is not configured because I haven't done the configuration yet. I'm going to hit the next, and I'm just going to put under the root. You can either select v3 and v4 in terms of the protocol they're going to use, but over here I'm going to leave it as default v3, and the root is already there. And I'm going to hit complete. So I'm going to the CVM that I just created, and I'm going to do a check. So it's already here. I'm going to list out the root file. So there's a file under it that is previously created under the CFS when I create and associate it with TKE and verify. Sorry, it's under root because now I'm not in the root folder. Wait a second. Okay. So basically, the CFS currently is being shared among TKE and CVM. That's all. Thank you very much.